Hey Aquarius, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. My name is Jackie. This is going to be a general reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 18th through the 31st. Okay, hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread for you guys. Okay, and we'll talk about stuff as we go along. Some of you guys might be feeling the eclipse energy already. The eclipse season starts in July, but the energy really does begin about 6 weeks prior to the eclipses hitting. So most of the signs are feeling it pretty strongly. So you guys may be feeling yourselves transitioning out of something or into something right now. Many of you might be dealing with reconnections or things transitioning away from you right now. So let's see what we have. Getting a heavy work vibe from what I could see so far. A lot of you guys have been working. Clean it up. That's your crowning energy. Cool. That's a great card to get when we're going to be dealing with eclipses coming up. I do like that. Let's move this over a little bit so you guys can see. Okay. Alright, so let's get on. Why am I like all wonky with these cards here? Let's get right into this. Alright, so your crowning energy is clean it up, which means getting to the core of a situation in your relationships. And it indicates that it's time to clear the air, okay? Where you two say exactly what's on your mind. And this doesn't have to necessarily be in intimate relationships. This really can be in family relationships or friendships, whatever. But it's a great time to look at the inventory of your dynamic within a relationship to really figure out which stuff is yours and which stuff is theirs, you know, because everyone brings something to every relationship. So this is time to figure out what you no longer need to get rid of it because it's hurting the relationship at this point. So this would be past issues, old hurts, you know, things that no longer serve you, that no longer serve your partner, whoever we're talking about this relationship being with. You know, if it doesn't serve you and them and the relationship, it's got to go. You know, because this is all about simplifying things. And on a mundane level, this does indicate cleaning up your space. So this is a great energy to get a lot of good cleaning done. You know, when you easily get into that zone when you're cleaning. But this definitely supports this. And this is like cleaning out your closets, your real closets and your metaphorical closets inside yourselves. So this is pretty awesome. Okay, so the first card that we have that shows your situation here is the King of Pentacles, which says that you've been very in tune with your material, like your material needs, your material level in your life. You're very determined right now to accomplish whatever you're very focused on in this area. This also tells me that you're in a space of being very patient and calm, actually, and taking care of your everyday responsibilities. You're really focused very strongly right now, Aquarius, on work of some sort more than anything else. So I am getting, maybe for some of you who are in school, maybe you're finishing up work, last minute work. Many of you may be working on projects at work, but your focus is certainly on work right now. I'm not getting, it's that your main focus is not on relationships right now. I feel like you're coming out of a period where there was a lot more heavy influence with the whole relationship sector I am getting. And now as far as what's crossing you, we have the Eight of Cups energy, which is Saturn and Pisces. I'm getting that many of you are feeling some sort of regret, maybe some sort of abandonment. Okay, wait, so maybe some of you, I'm getting that many of you are hyper-focusing on work as a way of dealing with some sort of relationship ending. I am getting that for a number of you because this does indicate some sort of regret or abandonment. Or for many of you, it really can just suggest a spiritual quest of some kind. But many of you are going to be feeling very restless during this time, as if something's missing from your life. It's like I have all these wonderful things except for that kind of thing. And even though really, you know, a lot of people outside, like external to you, may look at you and say, oh, you know, they seem to be doing okay. Everything kind of seems okay on the surface, but you feel your intuition is nagging at you. And I am getting, then this energy does indicate that this is the kind of nagging that pushes you to decide to leave something in your life. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be a job. It can definitely be you taking a break from a friendship. It could also mean you taking a break from a family member and like loving them from a distance for a little bit. But this shouldn't be done in haste. That's the only thing, because time really matters with the energy of this card. So if you're going to move away from something, let's say a job, make sure that there's nothing more that you can gain or contribute. If you are deciding to spend some time away from a relationship where things have not been good, and you're really very focused more on your work right now, and you really feel that it's time to end this connection with this person in this relationship, don't do it hastily. Wait for the right time, and you're going to know exactly when that is. Because if you can do that, the drama is going to cut down tremendously. And it's just going to be a much easier process for you to go through. I could tell you that. Yeah, so this is the energy that's crossing you while you're working. So for some of you, I don't know, maybe you just had enough of your job. It could be that you're leaving your job. And again, for others, it could be a relationship, problems in a relationship of some kind. But it's definitely this feeling of needing to move on. That is for sure. So it's going to be really kind of weighing on you, all over you, you know. And then we have in the next position is the best that can be achieved in the circumstances. We have the Hangman reverse, which indicates a very rigid way of thinking. You may need to revise your expectations, because I'm feeling that what you think you might want for yourself may not be possible right now, okay? Because this energy does indicate hanging on to, and I'm going to say fantasy, and that sounds kind of funny, but it is kind of this mental image that you have in your mind of how you want things to be, and you're being a little rigid in that approach. And the thing is, if you hold too fast to that, you can end up being a victim of your own choices, and you don't want that. So you want to try to look at things from a different perspective and try to liberate yourself from some sort of contract or agreement or obligation that can't ultimately offer you what you want. So, you know, that to me only confirms that whatever you're moving out of right here is really the right thing, and you know that. You need to transition out of this thing, because you're not going to be able to change it. You could dress it up all you want in your mind and make a ton of excuses, but it's not going to change the reality of the situation, you know? Yeah, that's what the energy is telling me here. And then in the foundation energy, we have the karma card, which is all about the need to respect that everything is happening for a reason. You know, this is a time to honor the changes in your life and go with them. There are spiritual forces at work here, so it's time for you to make a very important decision, Aquarius. Yeah, I'm getting that, right? This whole progression is leading up to this idea of a decision. Your destiny is going to be shaped by the choices you make today with the karma energy, you know. Keep in mind that the karma to follow this period is going to be of your own making, so be very aware of both your actions and your thoughts, because karma always has its way, right? We know that. So be very conscious in what you're creating right now. Make sure you're transforming into something very positive and not something that's just going to serve your ego or serve something else that doesn't matter, okay? And in your past position, we have the Eight of Swords, which is a mental prison. This is a mental prison that you had yourself in. Feeling of restriction, trapped, very sad during this time. This energy suggests this was a time more of, though, like overreacting. And please don't be offended by this, but almost like feeling sorry for yourself because of how something rolled out. This is the past. This is the past, okay? But all you needed to do was really to pull off the emotional blinder, and you would have been able to see a way out. But because things were not quite as bad as you actually thought they were, and happiness was possible the entire time, you know, opportunities were trying to break through, but you weren't seeing them because you were feeling very full of fear. I'm getting so full of fear, scared, a lot of fear here. And I think the fear was based more regarding the changes that were going on that you felt happening. And the thing is, it was in your recent past, it was more of like an initiation into the next phase of your life. And when we transition, it's really scary because you don't know what's on the other side of it. When a lot of change happens, when relationships end, or we switch jobs, or we're going through some sort of, you know, personal turmoil inside of ourselves about where we're at in our life. And, you know, breaking through those time periods, that is an initiation and a transformation into the next phase of our lives. So I am getting that feeling of change was really not very welcomed by many of you, but it is something that you ultimately did expect. And I'm not saying that you have an issue with change. It's you were not wanting this particular type of change, right? There's all kinds of change. And then we have the near future. It's the Page of Swords, which suggests that you're going to need to think very quickly and act decisively at this point in time. Be sure to keep your temper in check, because with the Swords energy, we could get very sharp with our tongues, you know, literally. Remain very vigilant and be on guard for sure. For, you know, for possible conflict, use your words kindly. You know, you have the ability to quickly put an end to some sort of nonsense and petty arguments with either quick actions or a few very well chosen words. But yeah, the main message here is to use caution, be clever, use tact during this time when you're dealing with people who may seem very challenging to you in this way. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be making decisions here and you're going to be getting some pushback. This is just what it seems to me. You're going to be acting on something that is you're being called to do. I feel that very strongly. You're being called to do something, and you're going to have to deal with a difficult personality. So choose your words wisely, use some tact, try to be patient the best you can. Yeah. Okay, and then we have you in the next position. This represents you, and this is the Four of Wands. It's beautiful. Venus and Aries energy. Beautiful completion of some sort of success after completion. This is going to be a very social time for you, a time for you to feel really ready to put down roots somewhere. You're going to emotionally feel very ready, which is beautiful. Those of you with a partner, this is the honeymoon card. You guys are going to be really deepening your connection. And those of you who aren't partnered, this does indicate you meeting someone new who's going to be really open and really expressive in how they feel. It's really beautiful. This is a very auspicious energy for work too, and really all relationships in your life. So that's awesome considering all of this. I love this because this is an energy of having you having put the work in and now reaping the rewards. And it's a beautiful karmic payment going back to this foundation card. So I do like that. It's like you guys are getting your due. Those of you who did right, you're going to be getting right. And I really like that. Okay, and then we have the external influence that's impacting you. And this is the Six of Wands reverse, which indicates that something you've been hoping for is not going to materialize when you wanted it. But this is just a card of delay, not cancellation. So don't worry about it. Some of you are just going to have to deal with some frustration right now, but it's super temporary, okay? And this delay really has nothing to do with you. In other words, it's outside of your control and has nothing to do with your ability. So it's something external that you can't control. So if you can't control it, don't worry about it. You know, try to distract yourself during this time with other tasks, in the meantime. Because again, this is a quick phase. So don't let the disappointment get to you too much. This could be a bunch of things. Those of you who will be moving, maybe you're buying a new home, maybe there's a delay. You're selling your home, there's a delay. There's a delay with something at work. There could be an issue where, you and your partner want to do something and just either, money isn't there yet, or you guys don't have enough time to spend together. It could be a bunch of things, but these are things that are external that we kind of don't have control over, right? And then in your hopes and fears position, we have the Two of Cups, which reveals relationship stress. But this is your hopes and fears. So this doesn't even have to be real here, right? You're afraid that things are going to go badly, and you're probably afraid because of what you've been through in the past. That makes sense, okay? This is a common energy to have in a hope and fear position. You know, you're just scared of repeating cycles. You don't want to repeat cycles. And for some of you, this can indicate if you're in a new relationship, it not working out exactly the way you wanted. This is a fear you're having. You're afraid of it not working out. You're afraid of being disappointed. Doesn't mean that anything is wrong. It's just, this could be you projecting your fear from your past, okay? Absolutely. And for those of you who are in established relationships, this makes sense to me because of what I just said. This indicates ongoing stress between you and your partner, incredible strain, because you guys are just too damn busy in your life. It's like your days are just so full that you don't have the opportunity to connect in the proper way, in a way that a couple needs to connect to maintain a healthy relationship. So this could just be from, you know, either you, your partner, or both of you just really working a lot and just being so caught up. And this could just be you really worried about it, you vibing that all of this busyness and just busy is impacting your relationship, and this is scaring you. So do pay attention to that, okay? Because lack of connection, that's the second highest reason why people end up getting divorced, you know. First is money, and then there's that. So that seems a little easier to fix than the money thing, right? So just be mindful of that. Yeah. And then in your final outcome energy, we have the Star, which is beautiful. This is associated with you. It's Aquarius. So this is an energy supporting things going in a better direction if things have felt difficult recently. So, and I am getting that. So this is about feeling hope as you begin to appreciate the things that you do have in your life, and the effort that you put into things are going to be appreciated, and many of you are going to be feeling a lot more intuitive and insightful under this influence. Many of you are going to be feeling inspired to create some sort of new beauty and style within your home. And for those of you who are thinking about moving, this does indicate you finding a type of home that you've really been wanting and looking for that's going to come to you. And those of you in relationships, this energy shows that you guys are destined to be together. Absolutely. And those of you who are not in relationships, this indicates finding a soulmate, the Star. A soulmate. Oh, I love that. Yeah, this is beautiful. It's a calm energy. It's a harmonious energy. And you're going to be feeling calmness and very harmonious in all of your other relationships, even with like your friends and your family members. I'm getting, yeah, I like that. And regarding career and money, the Star brings money luck. So work you've been doing begins to pay off. You know, as you consider your long-term goals and have given attention to the right things. So this is all good. This is good. So work is definitely going to be a focus here, Aquarius. I could tell you that. That I'm getting very much. And then second to that is the relationship. Some of you I'm feeling are fresh out of a relationship. Others of you who are in relationship, I feel like you're just so busy that you're not able to spend the time to do what you guys really want. And for those of you who are not just getting out of a relationship, who are not in one right now, you are going to be meeting someone really special who is going to be your soulmate. So I do get that. But yeah, I mean, this is a good reading. This is a good reading. You could just feel the change happening. You could feel it. You could feel it. Yeah, so focus on that cleaning up, you know, inside and out, and good stuff's going to happen out of this time period for you guys. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.